What up, YouTube world? Thank y'all for watching the Why Did I Quit the United States Postal Service video that I have in my channel. The numbers is going up, up, up. But it was a comment when I said in the video there was a time, there's a little segment that we didn't get paid. And there was a comment saying that basically that I was like, lying. Not lying, but like misinformed. Now, I'm going to explain that time, and I'm going to explain another time I didn't get paid in the United States Postal Service. Now, I can understand the turnover rate. I can understand why people would want to stay as a mail carrier. Great benefits, great, able to have a career, a lot of great exercises, and a lot of people when you're a mail carrier, there's a lot of good people, but you can understand the turnovers. Management can be a problem. A lot of mail, a lot of Amazon packages. Maybe there's people that couldn't handle that. The stressful day to day. But I'm going to explain the segment not getting paid part, because I gotta explain that better. When we come in, we clock in. When we clock in, we case our mail, and we get all our stuff to load up in the truck. Then we're on our way to go to our routes. When we're as mail carriers, as CCAs, as postmasters, all them, the people that are regular mail carriers. Now, when you're on your route and you're doing your route, if someone calls out or taking a vacation or quits, that mail still has to be, that mail and that packages still need to go out. So let's say Route 18, the guys on vacation. They didn't bring anybody else to cover that shift, right? And that mail got to be done. So you load up your truck, and you're on your way and you're doing your route. Your manager will send you a text. And this is what my old manager used to do when we had these type of situations. We'll send out a text on a scanner that y'all need to come back and get this load for Route 18. All y'all take probably, let's say, two streets each, something like that, right? We go back. After we go back, right, they automatically on that time, let's say it takes us a half an hour to load the truck of the extra of Route 18, all of us. We're not getting paid for the 30 minutes. That was negotiated on the last union thing, because before the spike of 1933 for CCAs used to make 15. And, it trickles down when it comes to regular mail carriers and stuff like that. So the pay was lower. They want the pay to go higher. So when the pay goes higher, in the union, you have to give and take. So the union agreed at that particular time. I don't know how it is now, but at the particular time, They say if you come back and you got to load again, if someone out for any type of reason, and the mail got to get mailed, and the package just got to be done, you're not getting paid for that whatever little period when you have to come back and load the second, in the example, Route 18. So those little segments, and it's not every day, it's just when people are out. So that was the first time I didn't get paid for that little stretch. Like it will happen like once in a while. It's not like it happened every single day. The second time was I'm on route. I did what I needed to do. Did my route, and everyone who's a CCA knows this. Gotta contact the manager or the assistant manager, whoever's there, and they'll call around and see if anybody needs help. So if someone needs help as a CCA, you have to help. You gotta take a load. You might have to take a half an hour here. You might have to take an hour here. You might have to take a 15 here. You might have to take a 30 here. Like that's just how it goes. This one particular time, after coming back, it was 7 o'clock. Well, it was like 6:45, 7 o'clock, something like that. They wanted me to go to another station that I had never been to before. So with this other station, I agreed to do it. It's more money, might as well. I'm not doing anything that particular night. It's a weekday. Let me get some money. I go over there. I get some money. And sometimes they'll let you take the truck, and you can just bring it back in the morning. But in that particular day, I just drove my car. So I go to another station, and with that one, that the CCAs that worked there, I had to keep the scanner that I already had. I think I kept the scanner that I already had, and I had to bring it back in the morning or something like that. So when I went up there, they were technically only supposed to give me a 30-minute route. Some reason or another, they gave me a little bit more. They gave me like an hour route. Now, if you do a route and you never did it before, it's going to take you a little bit more than I would do it, man. It's going to take you a little bit. I think I got up there by like 7:20. Everything was already, well, I had to load up everything myself. I had to load up everything myself at the time, but it was neat enough so I could just make it easy. It would be an easy load and just to put in. Now, you're supposed to get off at 8. It just happened that I had to be there, and I was there till like 8:45. So after I was there for 8:45, I got called in the next day. I got called in the office about this extra 45 minutes. So I'm like, all right, it's my first time doing a route. Okay, I take blame for that. Cool. After, the manager was, on some yelling ish. And for me, I'm not taking a lot of yelling. I basically said, calm down. And she did at that particular time. And after she calmed down, she was like, verbatim, I had to sign this slip. And she basically said at that particular time, you're not getting paid that extra time. So I worked for that 45 minutes extra for free. And I had to sign it. Signed it, got it over with. It was what it was. But, those were the couple times that, not a lot of money was taken off. But there are times when it comes to being a mail carrier that you will get a little shorty. Not a fault of your own. Could be a fault of somebody else. Could be that it just happened to be that way. Do I still think the post office is a good job? I think it's a good job. I think it's a good job, great exercise and stuff like that. And if you don't like being a mail carrier, you could transfer to something else. You'd be a mail sorter. You'd be a clerk. Clerks get money. They do. And it is what it is. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. I simply remember one time, as a CCA, we was the lowest rank basically. So it kind of like the military a little bit in a way. So when we were there, it like, you ever seen Drumline? You ever seen Drumline? And you got the P4s and all them. They had to clean the drums every night and stuff like that. Well, if a clerk not there, a little extra for the video. If the clerk not there, right? Let's say the clerk goes on vacation or calls off. The CCAs would have to do everything that the clerk does and get their mail and packages together. But they can't start doing that until everything the clerk has to do with when it comes to like sorting the mail and putting the packages in the bin. So with the CCAs, we had to do that before we had to do our own mail and put the mail in the truck and deliver it and stuff like that. But that's a little gem for y'all if you do decide to be a CCA and want to deliver the mail and stuff. There's pros, there's cons. Like in every other job, there's pros, there's cons, and it is what it is. But what do y'all think, man? Would y'all choose to be a mail carrier in this era? Is it? What was your experience? What was your experience of being a CCA or a regular or whatever? Did any of y'all ever like switch careers and did something else and it just happened to be better? You were a clerk. You went to maintenance. You became a mail sorter. Right? Whatever you did, but it's your boy J God. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Red button on the right side. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And my closing statement. Let's own